Hello and welcome to the shop. Recently I purchased a tool from Jim Hinze for making tenons on blanks. Now this tool makes a perfect tenon every single time, regardless if it's wood, if it's acrylic, doesn't matter. I'm using it for my kitless pins, but there are many kitted pins that also require tenons. Let me give you a little glimpse of this tool and show you just how it works. Here's a first look at the tool. The way it works is you're going to start by drilling a pilot hole in your blank using an A bit. That bit allows this arbor to go straight down the center of your blank. We'll use a Jacob's chuck to hold the tenon tool, and we've got a couple of bushings here. This is a 10mm bushing and this is a 13mm bushing. The way they work is you're going to slide one of the bushings onto the arbor. We're going to loosen these two bolts. We're going to slide the cutter arm down against the bushing so that it rests against the shoulder of the bushing as well as the face of the bushing. We'll tighten these two bolts up, and that's going to give us a perfect 10mm tenon. To control the depth of the cut, you can move the arm that holds the cutter in toward the tenon tool or away from the tenon tool for a deeper cut. Let's go ahead and set this up to cut a 10mm tenon on our blank. We're going to start with an A bit, and we're going to drill a hole right down the center of our blank. We're going to use a 3/16 inch Allen wrench, and we're going to loosen up the bolts on the side of our cutter. To cut a longer tenon, we simply move the cutter bar away from the tool. For a shorter tenon, we can bring it back toward the tool. We'll slide our bushing onto the arbor. You don't have to put a lot of pressure here. I'm just going to hold the cutter bar in place while we tighten these two Allen keys. There we go. Next up, we're going to go ahead and put our cutter in the Jacob's chuck. We want to bring the cutter up to our work, and we want to insert the arbor into the hole that we drilled. Leave a little bit of gap there. You don't want the cutter touching the blank when you start the lathe. We'll lock our tailstock down. The optimum speed for this is right around 1,000 RPMs. You want to take the centrifugal torque off of the tool, so you're going to hold it and the Jacob's chuck with one hand while you slowly advance the tool into the blank. And with that, we've got a perfect 10mm tenon. Let's go ahead and chamfer the end of this and put some threads on it. I want to put a little relief on the back of the tenon. We'll just use an 1/8 inch parting tool for that. And what the relief does is it lets the thread stop, so as you screw your top onto your pin, it doesn't lock down too tight where you can't get it off. I'm going to start by putting just a little bit of lubricant on the tenon. I am using mineral oil. There are many different types of lubricant that people use, but this is just one and it works well for me. I'm bringing my tenon tool up and we'll just start twisting it onto the blank. These are M10-1 threads. They would be used for a section which would fit into the body of a pin. And as you can see, we have a really nice fit. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Jim Hinze is a personal friend of mine, and if you are interested in kitless pins at all, he is a teacher and a wealth of knowledge and is always willing to help. And his tenon turning tool is a game changer. So I really just want to kind of show it off a little bit. I've been waiting for it for a long time. It's been in development, but it's finally here. And I'm going to put contact information in the comments below. So if you're interested in one of these, give Jim a call, learn a little more about it, and see if it's right for you. Thanks for joining me tonight. I want you to know that you are always welcome in my shop. Come back and see me again real soon, and have a wonderful evening.